Chat, welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. In the previous stream, we created this beautiful steakhouse that wasn't ever actually meant to be a steakhouse, but it was loosely based off of a Bright Sun Films thumbnail that I saw of a Lone Star Steakhouse, I'm pretty sure is what it was called. I just liked the look of it, and I figured, you know what, maybe we could make that here in Planet Coaster 2, and we did. Now, since that previous stream, I've done some minor, very minor modifications to it. Really nothing too crazy, but I want to talk about the stuff that you can't see first. There is now a path all the way from here around the entire front. Here, nothing. We don't need a path there. It's just going to be, you know, dead space, because this is going to be too skinny, and I don't want the guests to clip through each and every one of those poles. So we're just going to leave that as a sort of off-limits zone. But if we turn on our headlamp here and head on inside, we now have a proper floor throughout the entire establishment, minus this big zone here. Now, chat, what I want from you today, also, if you haven't liked the stream yet, make sure to leave a like on it. And if you're watching this back on Toogii 2 after the fact, please leave a like over there. It really, really helps out. I would appreciate it. But what I want your help with today, chat, is trying to figure out what we should do here. I have two ideas. The first one, we could lower this floor down and sort of create a courtyard of sorts. Maybe put a couple of plants in there, some park benches, some bins, you know, real simple stuff. Or we could leave the concrete and create something that kind of sort of resembles a train station waiting area. That's another idea. If you guys have any other suggestions, of course, feel free to let me know in chat now, or later on if you can't think of anything just yet. So we've got this massive glass pane back here, huge window, and then of course this back area will be the train station entrance. It's gonna be pretty sick. I've got a real good feeling about it. So I did already go through and make a queue. It's invisible, so you can't actually see it, but it does sort of follow this general shape, though it's rounded, not square. It is what it is. We're just trying to make it work. And then it'll exit here. So that's the idea. And then originally I had wanted to do like a security outpost type of thing. Apparently that's not the way that security works anymore. Basically, security guards can have like a stand or a post that they'll sort of monitor, or they can just be free roaming. But unlike the first Planet Coaster game, there isn't a like room for them. You know, like a staff resting facility specifically for security, that doesn't exist anymore. So that was the idea, was putting one of those in here. Obviously that's not going to work because it doesn't exist. So bathroom for sure. And maybe we'll just put like a security post over here or something. I don't know. Still kind of up in the air on that. But the underside of the roof is now all finished in here as well. It's looking really, really dang good. I added some big pillars in here too, just to sort of make it look stable, you know? Not just like a floating opening here in the middle of the building. The other option for this too is we could cover the entire thing. You know, we could have a roof of sorts up there. But I kind of like the openness of it. Again, back to the courtyard thing. I think it would look kind of good. It'll be tricky to do, but I think it'd look pretty solid. Anyways, what are you guys thinking, chat? What do we tackle first? Should we do the train station, and then we'll circle back and maybe figure out the courtyard thing? Or should we do courtyard and then train station? Somebody's suggesting a gift shop. We already did that in a previous stream. Sorry about it. Kind of beat you to the punch there. This is Go On Get General Store. Because you go in there, you grab what you need, and then you go on get. That's the idea anyways. First train and then yard? All right. I was weirdly thinking space for a ride. Ah, in the center. You know, if there's one small enough, maybe. But I don't know. Spittoon noise. Go on, get. Mm-hmm. All right, train first. Train first. That works for me. So, all we need for that, I believe we already have one unlocked. If we go to custom here, we've got the family train, or something that fits the theme a lot better, the steam train. I reckon we go with this. It's more Western. It's giving more Western than that other one. So we will temporarily place that guy right there. Whoops. Actually, we might even need another station. Let's do that. Is that going to be long enough? Ooh, maybe one more. Back to station. Okay, that should be plenty long, I hope. All we're going to do now is drag her on over. And we've got to get this height perfect. Otherwise, our queue isn't going to work whatsoever. So we'll slide it over to right about there. Looks pretty good. Actually, it might have overshot it just slightly. The AC/DC won't allow me to place this willy-nilly. It's got to be bang on, as they say. And our height, same thing. You know what? I'm going to turn down my mouse sensitivity. So now it'll move real slow. Right there. That's good. Okay. Crank the sensitivity back up. We just gotta slide her down a little ways. Try to make it so the overhang is the same on both sides. Try right about there. Check that out. Okay, that seems pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that's close enough. Okay. So we're gonna confirm that placement there. Look at that, chat. I want to see this thing from the inside. Yes, dude. That's exactly what I was hoping for. That looks incredible. Obviously, it's not gonna look as cool when the train isn't at the station. But for right now, I'm a big fan of this. And then it should also be mentioned that, like, we don't have any other stations for the train to stop at currently. So we're going to end up making sort of a temporary track, just so people could get on and ride it, you know, if they want to. That way we can kind of see it in action as well. What we're going to need now is some power. And I think I've still got one of those under the terrain over here, so I'm just gonna copy that. Ooh, we just missed that too. Let's bring it out to maybe around here somewhere. And we'll get that thing connected. From here to here. Beautiful. Okay, now we've got power. I don't really want the green train though. I think we need to change that. And the track should also be that same teal color, just to help it blend in a little bit. Let's just go all black instead of that dark green. Oh, and then that's like the wheels. And all the other little accents. We'll just do that black too. I like the red. I like the gold. I think that can stay. What do we think, chat? What do we think? That is pretty dang solid. I didn't realize that the roof piece here didn't really line up that well. I don't know why that is, but it's fine. We're gonna ignore that. Yeah, it's a Logitech G604, not a sponsor. Thank you, Arrow, for letting people know what's up, what's goody. Since it's a Western theme, how about a band or something inside? Or another form of entertainment while you eat? If there were a restaurant inside, I would say absolutely yes. But I think we're just going to do a security outpost and bathrooms plus the train station. Good idea, though, Bryce. Good idea. I don't think there is a Western band either. I think there's only like the Fairy Tale band. Otherwise, it'd be straight up custom. Masato suggested a dance floor. That would be kind of sick. Lower it down into a waterfall and plants. Could be tricky to get water in there, but I like the idea. Ooh, hang on. Harshita just had a nice idea. You've all had nice ideas. Do we even have one of those? We have the sun flare. That's way too big. That's definitely not fitting in there. Also too big. Is this what I'm thinking of? Yeah. Could we squeeze one of these in there? And if so, would it look good? We'll just do that temporarily so we can get a feel for it. Does that take away from the building? It's also not the right height. Should be right around there somewhere. What do you think?
Hi, I'm Brian. Nice to see you.
Hey, good to see you, Brian. I mean, Peggy. Thank you so much for the 2 bones. I do appreciate that. Very, very much. Oh, you could RP it as like a oil drill rig thing? Yeah, maybe. What do we think, chat? Do we want another ride in here? I'm neither for nor against it. I'm somewhere in the middle. Let me change the colors, and maybe we can make it look a little bit better. It just seems like it's out of place, no? What does that change? Oh, some little, like, support. What about that silver? Should we do that? Seats should probably be black. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. Maybe black as well so they blend in a little bit. Frame area. Okay, okay. Silver on that. Maybe blue on that one. Or the teal. And then the center thing, we could do that black. Maybe black on that too. Okay. Colors have been adjusted. What do we reckon? It feels weird. It does feel weird, no? I can't really put my finger on why either. Also, creating a queue for this could be nightmare-ish. With the right decoration, it might work. What do you do? Like, how do you add decor to that, though? It's a spire. It's just a tower. Lower it down. I mean, we're only going to gain, what, like 4 or 5 feet? Even then, it's still tall. I don't know. I just... Yeah, like Arrow said, it's just not very Old West. Underground? I don't... We put it underground. There's no way that the guests are going to be able to actually ride the thing, though. I mean, it does look like a central attraction, and this ride doesn't have rides so far. I mean, we've got this one. I do like the idea of trying to create like a oil rig looking thing. I just don't think this is the right building for it. Oh, we could go with the Screaminator, which is even taller. And the ride platform is even larger. Yeah, that actually wouldn't even fit. This would clip through the building horribly. Because I think that thing just swings. Yeah, I don't know, chat. I don't know about this one. How did we not have Wild Blue in this park yet? And they also got rid of the paint scheme, so we can't make it look like those one pilots. Well, this is new to me. It's probably been here for a while. We were going to try to use bumper cars elsewhere earlier too, and I wanted to see if the awning and everything came with it, or if it came like unthemed. Looks like the awning does come with it, so we're not going to be able to do what I wanted to do with that either. Let's just skip putting a ride in there, chat. I don't think it's ever going to look right. I think it's going to be kind of weird. My garage did just update with some more additions. Thank you so much for letting me know. Maybe I'll check that out one of these days. But right now, we're focused on Planet Coaster 2. So let's get rid of some of these. Last stream, I spent way too much time just thinking and trying to make this shape of the roof work. So today, I'm really trying to not spend so much time thinking and more time just sort of doing. That we're going to split from the building. And this is also going to get split. This will help me see how straight my flooring actually is too. You know what? It's pretty close. I mean, it's a little off. But for just eyeballing it, I'd say that's not too shabby. And go in a little bit further. Maybe about there. And then same thing with this guy. Right about there. Seems pretty good. Ooh. We did sort of make a gap in the wall over here. You know what? We're going to have to go through and fill all of that in. I didn't really think about that. And here, too. Let's grab another one of these. Bring that over. And then this side. We're going to have to copy these. Temporary placement, we're going to split it now. Ooh, why did I put it up so high? Seems like the same height. Maybe. That looks nice. Okay, we're going to have some visual clipping though, so let's lower it. And then just raise it back up. There's almost always going to be like a hairline gap. But I can live with that, I think. Looks good to me. Okay, now we need some of these walls. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab those. Split that from that building. And just bump it up a little bit. Wait, why is it clipping so bad? Huh? Did I duplicate by accident? How did that even happen? Apparently. Like that. This has to get duplicated, and our search term to find these, thick. It's the best way to get here. It really is. Okay, so if we did that, we'd still have to double them up just because how tall it is. Let's change the color. I'm gonna go with that. And now we can delete this one. Gonna have to do the same thing over here as well. I'm locked in, chat. I'm locked in. This is woodworking at its finest. There we go. That's better. Now we just need to fix this up a little bit. How to do? How to do? I suppose we can just slide this one up. Like that. Come on, right there. Beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. I really like this already, chat. Popping in between meetings, are we ditching the police station officially? Kinda. Yeah, because, you know, you can't really do that, unfortunately. It's just not a thing here. I'd rather have the top layer in the front. Like that. Oh, chat, you remember me at the start of the previous stream, I was talking about how I made a latte and it had ants in it, and I was like trying to figure out where the heck these ants came from. I figured it out. They've infiltrated the house and have found themselves stuck inside of our syrup flavoring bottles. Those little pump things, you know, that they use at Starbucks and places like that. It was gross. Yeah, well, they came from outside, obviously, but they infiltrated the home and they made their way into the syrup bottles. Like from the nozzle. They had to go up and then they got stuck in the tube, and so you can't see them in the bottle. They're actually like in the pump of the... Oh, it's so gross. So I threw those away just yesterday. Best decision I ever made. I tried to make another latte and there were more ants in it, and I was dumbfounded. I couldn't understand how they were getting into my drink. But we've sorted it. God, what do I do for this? I suppose let's maybe figure out a staircase first? Or actually, putting an invisible path down here would probably be a better step. Not sure what you have in mind, but what about a glass floor? I really wanted to do the courtyard type deal with some plants, some vegetation, you know, some benches and stuff. I mean, if you guys want, we can still try the ride thing. I just don't see that. I don't see that working. A rodeo would be amazing. This would be a solid spot for it. Or like a bowl, right? Like a mechanical bowl. That would be insane. You know what? I wonder if anyone's made one. Should we check? We should check. We should check. How sick would that be, though? A mechanical bowl? Let's just try bowl. And see... That's cool. Red Bowl vending machine. That might be as close as we're gonna get to a mechanical bowl. There's this one. I'll admit it doesn't look great. But that's an option. That is an option. I feel like a lot of this stuff in here is going to be roller coasters. Hence the name, right? Nothing. Yeah, one person. One person has had this idea, or, you know, maybe somebody else has done it better. Okay, maybe somebody else has done it better and just decided not to share their creation. That's a possibility as well. This one is animated. Interesting mod name. I was thinking the same thing. Shoot, man. If only. If only. That would have been pretty sick. Alright, back to flat rides. We're going to see if there's something small enough that doesn't swing. could fit in here. That's unfortunately too big. Whoops. That swings. What is this? Because that almost fits perfectly in that square. What the heck? How? You know what? We'd probably want it this way. Right. So, dang it. That Q, you can kind of see the red outline there. That Q's gonna get in the way. What is this? What is this ride even? It's cool that it has flames on it, I guess. How does it work exactly? Ride isn't accessible. Okay, that's fine. I just want to test it. Also, we've been paused this whole time. Oh. Wait, but these obviously pivot at this point. Wouldn't they touch each other? No, because they spin the same direction? Yeah, they all spin the same direction. Trippy. If we... Chat, do we like this ride? I like that the floor is essentially the same size. Or wait, no. If it's the same size, then how do we get the path down to meet the ride? We'd have to do like, we'd have to sink this area down as well so we could have a staircase leading into it. And then, of course, adjust our Q over here so it doesn't hang over the edge. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I like it. Can we color it more Western? Brown, I guess. Yeah, that's an option, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, we can even change the graphic. Is there something more Western in here? Even just a gradient would probably be better. Is there anything that screams Western in here? Not really. Maybe this one? We could have that be less chunky. Still a gradient, though. And then maybe this one? Or nothing. I guess we don't have to put one on. Which one did I just have? This one? But that doesn't exist for the top side? Oh, yes it does. Yeah, how do we make it Western? The base should be brown. Oh, that's not the base. This is the base. Brown, brown, more brown. And then this. Is that westerny? Does that feel western to you? Thoughts, questions, comments, concerns? I think that's the most western color scheme we're gonna get. I might even change this other gradient to that chunkier one. I'm from Wyoming and their colors are brown and gold, so it's perfect. Nothing says western quite like the color brown. Yeah, for whatever reason, that is accurate. Oh, and then this we could do brown as well. What does this change? Oh. Maybe we'll do that yellow. Yay or nay, chat? Uncle T! Just in time. We're basically just getting started. Kind of, sort of, not really. A little bit. No, not really. Yeah? Should we try it? Okay. We're going to leave that guy there. The first thing that we need to do in order to make this fit, like I said, is reconfigure our queue over here, which is going to be a little tricky because the queue is, well, it's invisible. So let's see if we couldn't maybe make it not invisible. That way we can see it better. And then can we edit it? We can. So, oh, if we take those points too, it's going to move everything, and that's not what we want. Let's try to just drag in... dragon. Let's try to drag these inward. Maybe to right about there. Or we'll put the yellow right under the railing, potentially. Try to make sure it's straight-ish. 1 down, 2 to go, 3 to go. Counting's hard, isn't it? Some like that. Next. Some like that. And last but not least, this guy. Okay. Now that that's been moved, let's change it back to how it used to be, invisible. Oh. Also, we didn't add the dang entrance for this sucker. What the heck? It should line up perfectly. Close. It's actually not perfect, but it's very close. And then our exit. This is the reason I added a whole invisible path down this way, so that we'd eventually be able to put an exit there. So that should have connected automatically. I don't know about this, though. The entrance, I mean. Paths. And queues. Invis. That's cool. Oh, it did connect Connect automatically. Is what I was going to say. I like that. And then what about over here? Do these... Let's go back to this real quick. Oh, those stay inside. Okay. I thought they went outside the building. All right, so that should work. Now, we're going to grab this little ride. And... entrance. See, this is another thing that's sort of a problem. It doesn't need to be ground level now, right? I don't think. So what if we rotate it this way? And then, well, we'll have to move the exit first. Exit should be over here. We'll do that in the center of that little light. And then the entrance should be as far over into that corner as possible. But yeah, we don't need to rest it on the ground. Even though we did just spend a little bit of time like hollowing this thing out. So that's gonna go to that edge pretty... Ooh, it's actually a little larger. How far can we go? And then if we brought this up... to right about there. It could still work. Okay, now it's a little too far away. We could put that... Whoops. We could put that there. And then just make it so this one lines up on this side. I'm worried that it's going to get rid of our queue path. But maybe not. Come on, man. It was such a good idea, though. And you can't scale the rides, unfortunately. Okay. Well, it's obviously clipping with those paths, but could we do this? We could do that. We could do that. So this would be another queue. We'll basically recreate this, but on the opposite side. I like how the ride isn't visible from the exterior either. Unlike the space shot deal. Somebody get this crown off of me. It lags my chat. Poor Arrow. Yeah, who's first right now? I see Arrow's second place. Who's in first place? We might be able to slide that over even further. Val's in first. Way to go, Val. The ride name should be out on the upper wall. Yeah, I'm in agreement. I'm torn though, because like I wanted like the front one to say something about a train station, and then we could do the same thing on the back. But maybe the sides could have the ride name? Right, because there's basically two rides housed in one building. Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of this railing too. That is not it. I'm so surprised that these two ride platforms can be so close also. But I dig it. I think that's gonna work. All right. Let us change this to bargain. No priority pass. I don't even think there's really a good spot for that. I mean, we could do this. And then just have a small queue here, and maybe this one... We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. high priority. Bowl load when one. Why can't I speak? 120. We could attach some scenery too. The only thing that would make this more Western is like a revolver. Actually, that's a really good ride name. The Revolver? Chat! Come on now, that's not bad. Because it does revolutions. It rotates. I don't know, just a thought. I mean, it's better than synchronize. Lame. Also not Western. The Revolver, and then we just put a big old revolver at the top. Solid. Also, then we can use that same revolver scenery piece for the signage outside. Might be onto something. Might be onto something with that. Okay. Railing. How to remove. Should we go invis? What would invis do to the ride queue? If anything. This is how we get rid of railing, no? I swear I did this elsewhere. Okay, that's not it. Also not it. Nope. Am I crazy? I know I did this on other rides. Like, look at this one. I completely removed all of the railing and replaced it with a different one. Maybe that's just it. Maybe you can't get rid of it. Maybe you can only replace. Or it could be something to do with the invis path also. Let's go for just something different. Oh, there we go. Okay, you know what? So we're gonna go with wood. Yeah, okay. It's gonna get weird over here, though, with that queue, I think. Maybe not. Oh, no, because they're different types of paths. That actually works out in our favor. Whoops. Didn't want that to be wood. That should still be asphalt. I just think that looks better. Oh, well, we're going to have to change it again, aren't we? Got to get rid of all that. And this railing. Okay. We're officially railingless. Now we can change that back. Still looks great. And then the ride platform, I don't think I want to be wood, though. Now that we've gotten rid of all the railing, if I click on the center, we should be able to change that without adding the railing back. Should we do this, chat, or should we do a different type of floor? What do you reckon? We could do brick. Doesn't seem that bad. We could do the blue path and just change the color. Or sandstone. Gravel. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. There's that one. That's kind of cool. Different type of wood. The rustic one. The rustic one's kind of nice, too, because, like, this is outdoors, after all. It seems kind of silly to do wood or something that would get rotten over time, if we're going for realism. You like the rustic one the most? We don't have too many other options, so that's honestly good. That's a little too spooky looking. Or there's this one. I've never done the swirls, ever. Probably won't. Or vinyl. We could just do flat black like that. Gravel would lend to good drainage. You're right about that. I think we should go with brick or rustic, chat. What do you think? I'll wait. It's a good spot for a drink break anyways. Lawrence is a fan of the vinyl. Let's go back to that. Just so you can get a feel for it again. I don't know, the rustic works for this zone. Noel suggests a hand-placed plant floor. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Rustic? Okay, yeah, it seems like we're all in agreement on the rustic. Macerson, Matthew, what's going on? I didn't even see you guys until just now. Welcome to Stram. Thank you for being here to moderate. Need a surface that's easy to clean up vomit on, says Uncle T. True. True chains. Cheers, chat. Okay, rustic it is. Yeah, I think that fits the theme better. Let's try working on this railing here a little bit. So I'm gonna take this, since it's already one complete assembly. And we're gonna see if we can't get it to line up. It's gonna be a little weird, I think. Just a little. Also, do we want it behind like that? Maybe we should bring it out. Put it at like the edge of that little floor trim piece right yonder. Actually, it needs to go a little further, doesn't it, to be in the center of the exit. Does it have to be smack dab in the center of the exit? Yes, it does. Why? Because AC/DC. Leader. My crippling AC/DC. Don't believe me? Watch any other stream. I mean, any other stream that I've done. Okay, so far so good. Let's see if we lined this up right. If we got that exit smack dab in the center, it should just work over here as well. Right about there. It doesn't not work. It needs to go over slightly to line up with the other one. We'll just drag this out for now. And we're going to slide this over one spot. Just to there. How about now? Something like that, maybe. Might even have to go out a little further. Ooh, how are we going to get something to fit into here? Trick question. We aren't. Let's do this. We can also sort of bury a bit of the railing. There we go. Yeah, see, we can just like bury a bit of the railing in those posts to kind of help hide it a little bit. I might even drag both of those over. So we have the same amount on each side. Yeah, that looks good. You can't even tell. You can't even tell. Okay. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Move Prio to... Oh, actually, not yet. We need another one of these. And you know what? Maybe we'll shorten it a little bit too. Drag it over until that one is hidden. And then we'll drag this one over until that one is hidden, just to make it slightly shorter. And we're going to have to redo all of the erasing of the railing, which kind of sucks. But okay, there we go. So that's our prio. This is going to give us issues as well. So we're going to have to move the entrance down. I'm just going to temporarily place that there. Let's grab another short span of railing. Shorter. And then this one, to give us even more space, we can bury into the wall. And now we can move our entrance to right yonder. Hopefully we're going to be able to squeeze something into there. We're about to find out. That's rough. That's rough. You know what? We could move this one over, though. Because this is going to be about as short as we can get it, but... Tricky! That we can bury a little further. This we can get rid of. And then we can slide this down. Just until about there. That's as far over as we're going to be able to get it. Yikes. I don't think there are any metal pieces either that we could like recreate portions of the railing with. I wish that there were. What's this called anyways? Resort balcony? Oh. That's not it. Chad, there's a short one. Dude, how did I not know that? Unbelievable. That is not the right color. I think we went with duck blue. Yeah, we did. How did we miss that? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to make sure it's the same height, too, as the others. Looks close enough. And we'll do this just to make sure that it's going to be exactly spot on. Right about there. Okay, and this is going to get split. these two... Oh, this is also going to get split because it's now part of a building. So these two are going to get combined. And we can slide that on over to here. We're doing it, chat. We're really doing it. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this one, but we're going to go back to the smaller railing. And we'll see if we can get that to line up. That seems pretty good there. It's just barely clipping through on this side. So we're going to drag it over a little. Why do I care so much? Why do I care that the railing is equally spaced? It shouldn't matter. Matter of fact, it doesn't matter. And this one doesn't even go all the way to the wall, but it probably should. So let's delete that. Edit this. Duplicate this. Swap it out for the small one. And there we go. I cannot believe that I didn't know that there was a shorter span of this railing, dude. Guess I just need to look. Okay. I'm happy with that. Let's do the painstaking task again of deleting all the original railing. So we're going to go back to wood. That way when we change this other path, it's still going to be the same out there. You know what I'm saying? I said painstaking. It's really not that bad. It's just tedious. Oh. How did that happen? Oops, a little bit more here. Oakley dokley. This one should be asphalt. Cool. And then back to rustic. Beautiful. Beautiful, dude. So the exit shouldn't need any work. But this whole path over here, I'm going to try to put a queue on top of it, and hopefully that'll work. I've never done that before. That's why I left this one just concrete. We'll see. Maybe good, maybe not so good. Gotta say, I do like it, though. First queue, let's do prio. And we're going for invis. Uh-oh. That's not great. I mean, we could have a self-forming queue over here. What do you reckon, chat? Should we try that before we try to go through and remove this whole floor? The problem is the queues have already connected themselves to the existing floor. So we'd have to get rid of the entire floor in order to add a queue, and then under here is all obviously going to be concrete, just like this side. Only over here we have to do 2 queues, not just the one. Should we just see what happens? Let her rip Tater Chip, and maybe the queue will end up being okay? Lawrence said, anyone else getting ads in stream, you'll occasionally see an ad or two. It's how we keep the lights on. Hopefully that's all right with you. I appreciate you understanding. No, literally, like the power bill for these lights, insane. They're LEDs. Not that bad. Fine with concrete as it adds balance. Okay, okay. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see how bad the queue is. If it's terrible looking, we'll come through and basically recreate this, but over there. Cool, cool. Lawrence is happy to help keep the lights on. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. All right. So, we will unpause. And do we have our completed checklist? Because we already tested it, right? Oh, and then I wanted to attach. Maybe we should attach some scenery before we open it. I'm pretty sure it has to be closed for us to do that. So I need... Okay, apparently that's not what it's called. Got him. Got him. This will still attach to it, right? Okay, it says editing synchronized, so I think we're good. Should we do it like this, chat, or should we go up higher? I was hoping we could cover those speakers, but that might be too low. Or do we put them shooting straight up? Does this look terrible? It looks bad, doesn't it? Macerson said I've seen worse. All right. It's reassuring. Just 2 or 4? Oh, we could have scaled it down too, man. Always forget about that. Also could have scaled it up. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Could you have 2 revolvers crossed in an X shape on top of the ride? I might have to... Oh, I can't put it on a wall and then move it over because they have to be attached to the ride. Looking good. Thanks. I'm trying. I'm trying. I gotta pop the slippers off, chat. I'm already melting. We're gonna get sweated out again today. That's why we started a little early. Golly. Oh, you know what? It's actually not on full rip. Hang on. The revival. The ride is called Revolver. Got the fan on high, dropped her down to 69 degrees for no particular reason, of course. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of chair cam. Gotta get my seatbelt put back on, you know? All right. Select all connected parts. Is that what we want? That's not what we want. How do we just edit the parts that are already connected to it? Can we? Add step, create trigger sequence, attach scenery. There it is. Okay, so Arrow wanted me to see if we couldn't cross two of these. So we'll do 4, 3. Is this what you meant? I don't know if I like this. 2 guns is still 2 Gs. That's true. That is true. Is this what you mean? Oh, what was Uncle T's idea? 2 revolvers back to back with the barrels in a V shape, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna start fresh. Back to back with the barrels in a V shape. So you're talking like, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then one, 2, 3, 4. Like that? Maybe a little less aggressive. Like that. I think crossed looks cooler. Yosemite Sam noises. I think crossed looks better. Sorry, Uncle T. It's a preference thing, you know? Marilyn said, either way, I don't care, just not 4 of them. Noted. Got you. Wish the axis lined up a little bit better. Kind of tricky to get them just where we want them to be. Like that. Oh, and then down more. Right? That's not bad. See, this is precisely why I haven't tried to theme any of our rides. It kind of sucks. It's not an easy... I commend anyone who's made a good-looking themed ride, because it's hard, man. It is hard. They better turn, yeah, when the ride turns. Yeah, they will. Assuming I did it correctly. The revolvers do need to revolve around the ride. Oh, can you put them on a round tile of floor and attach it to the rotating thingamabob? Like put a round plate up at the top and have them resting on the plate instead? It does kind of look like it's wearing headphones. That's funny. Oh, Uncle T said, that's it, I quit. Come on. So plants and themes are your enemy. Correct. Correct. Buildings, not a problem. I love building buildings. I wanted to be an architect at one point in my life. And then an engineer, and then a, you know, and now, I'm a YouTuber, baby. Uncle T said he means his other job. He's going to quit his other job to go full-time as a moderator, so he can get better. I think that's a great idea, Uncle T. I really do. Hopefully we can make that dream a reality. They have a TV stand you can attach them to? Huh? I mean, I typed TV and only TVs came up, so... The classic road to YouTubing. When you've tried everything else and nothing sticks. Shoot, man. Marilyn said, what happened to architecture with a sad face? You're making it sound like you'd rather me be an architect than be here. Now I'm corn-fused. You got me all corn-fused. A wall sign circle. I want to attach it to synchronize, but it doesn't seem to want to lay flat. Do I have to do this first? Yes. Okay, I want to keep I want to keep editing the please. I want to keep editing, but where's my scenery at? Brother? Attach scenery. Add objects. Oh, okay. Let's just go with this circle. The classic circle. it is. Okay, we're gonna scale it down. 60, we'll try that. Oh, actually, no, it needs to be larger than that, because the guns aren't even on the platform. It's okay, I'll get it centered first. Now we scale. Looks like 100 was actually the sweet spot. And then we go up with it. Down to right about there. Change the color to that same brown. Or maybe we go black. No, let's go brown. Or yellow. Or red. Yellow actually doesn't look too bad. Got a mechanic out here to inspect the thing already. Is that it, chat? Have we done it? Okay, but like you could be an architect for theme parks. Well, maybe not theme parks, but amusement parks. That's amusing. The fact that you said that is amusing. Yellow's good? Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll try that. Hopefully it spins well. It is open, right? No, it's not open. Let's test it so we can get a feel for it. We've peaked, chat. We've peaked. 2 G's equals 2 guns. It'll never get any better than this. It's all downhill from here. Exactly. Well said. Well put, Arrow. Alright. Let's open this thing up, dude. She's ready to rip, Tater Chip. I was curious to see if these things would clip the revolvers as well. Didn't look like they did. Is this how you spell revolver? Should it be the revolver or just revolver? If only you could double the speed of the ride. I'm pretty sure... Where's the sequence? Oh, no, never mind. Well? No, there's also no setting for that. I mean, we could just watch it in fast forward and then it would be fast, right? I'm gonna switch it up. Let's do a spin clockwise in the center there. Oh, sorry guys, they were about to line up for the thing. Revolving revolvers revolve revolutionally. Revolutionally. You say so. The revolvers are revolving sounds like a line from the Creepy Boat Ride song in the OG Willy Wonka movie. The one that looks more like a blood river than a chocolate river. What else is happening in chat right now? I feel like I'm missing out. Okay, you know what? They're kind of cooking. They're going pretty fast. The ride itself doesn't spin quickly, but the arms do. Let's see. Arrow said, I believe the Reverend Doctor. Is it Reverend Doctor Brother Duck? Yeah, that's correct. He is an ER doc now. That's true. Or he's about to be. He's almost done. His wife has finished with school now. But yeah. He's about there. He's this close. He's this close. Proud of that guy. I couldn't do it. I got a lot of patience, but I'm not a doctor. Oh, is this the big switcheroo? And now they're gonna go the opposite direction. Cool. Does anyone remember what the original score was for this thing? It was like 720 something, yeah? And back the other way. Any minute now. Okay, they're gonna lock in. And come down. You know what I just realized? How did the people at the top get on the ride? Anyone else? Just me. Let's see what our tests came back with. The duration is slightly longer because it has to stop and then change directions. Where's that info? Oh, 740. I think that's probably the same. You know what? I don't care. Let's open it. There we go. It's like a Ferris wheel. They load the ground cars and then move the... I mean, it didn't happen, though. We didn't see it happen. That's a tough blow to all the realism fans out there. Yeah, I mean in-game. I'm sure IRL that's how it works, but like... Immersion shattered. Immersion over. It's actually Jover. Okay. Well then, now that we have our revolvers there and the ride itself is open, I suppose we start making a sign, huh? Let's go over here. There's more light to work with. First things first, we need another revolver. And this one's gonna be big. We're gonna scale this sucker up real big. About 300%. That'll do. That'll do. It's actually almost perfectly center. Well, the center of the gun technically is here. We can do that. I like the height too. Height seems good. Might even have to move it over once we get our signage. Should we do 3D text chat or the flat text? What do you reckon? What have we done elsewhere? This is just flat text. There's some 3D lettering up there. 3D? Should we try for the 3D stuff? The heck? Oh, right. It's a steam locomotive. I thought the building was on fire. I'll try some 3D text. All caps, of course. Oh, they don't have any 3D text that's Western-y. Should we go thick with 2 C's, chat, or the skinny one? Whoops. The skinny? Alright, they're all going to be the same size at first. R-E-V-O. You know what I just realized? As a Volvo owner. Revolvo. Sorry, had to. Revolver is what we're trying to spell. Yeah, spelling correct. Slim thick, sorry. The text is slim thick. With 2 C's. We like it? Can we dig it? You knew this was gonna happen, right? You knew that since we went with 3-dimensional text, I was gonna have to make sure all the heights are the same. What I should have done is just duplicated each letter and then changed it to the one that we really wanted. But here we are, doing it this way instead. Whoops. Don't worry, I'm gonna space them out better too. One thing at a time. Mountain descent is in critical condition. We should probably start doing like some staff zones, huh? Now that we actually have a separate zone from just the main entrance. I feel like that's probably necessary. Okie dokie. So, let's do a little bit of this, a little bit of this. That's too far. How? How am I going to do this to where my brain will be okay with it? What about duplication? And then we just put this one, say, here. And delete the old. Kind of cool how the letters go into each other. Can you make the letters light up? I don't think that's how these work. Actually, I don't think there are any letters that illuminate. Should we consider putting 6 small O's in the big O like a revolver? That is a good idea. That is a good idea. Okay, so we've got this one. We're gonna duplicate, place, and erase. All of these are gonna have to go down. Now for the O. O's a little bit trickier, isn't it? In it. Yes, sirree, Bob. Yes, sirree, Bob. The L and the V here are too close, but other than that, I like it. You know what we're gonna have to do? Nope. It was fine before. I actually like it here. That's good. That's good. The Revolver? I hardly know her. Yeah, does it need to say the Revolver? Or should it just be Revolver? What do you reckon? I'll let you decide. I don't care either way. Nah, just Revolver. More oomph, like a dude calling himself Sting. Yep. I'm into it. I am into it. So we'll move that over. I'm gonna group these letters so I don't have to keep selecting them all individually. Group. Split. And then group. It's already a group. Nice. Edit. Split. Group. Oh no. I still have to do it. What do you think, like that, chat? Yay or nay? Maybe it's too high. Maybe it needs another revolver. I don't know why I don't like this. Is it just because the text is off center, or? It's good. You want smoke coming out the barrel, huh? I mean, we've already got the steam engine. The text is so slick, it makes me think of a cologne ad than a ride. Revolver by Noir. Looks good, needs a bullet. I don't think there are bullets. Are there? We'd have to make one. There are no bullets. Cylinder. That's not how you spell that. We'd have to do a cylinder with a round cap somehow. And then if we scale this down, I don't think it's gonna look quite right. Yeah, it's gonna be too long. I think it's the sign size just doesn't look right to me. Maybe that's what you're seeing too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like too much empty space down here, right? I know what the problem is. As a person who loves symmetry, it's not symmetrical enough. Oh, hey, the ride's going. Holy! We might want to make a proper queue. Just a thought. Just a thought. Oh no, why have you done that? That's the worst. That's actually the worst. It's not in line with our anything. Okay, so I'm going to, in that case, select all the letters again. Split from building. We're gonna move the letters separately. So first we're gonna make sure that they're aligned roughly to the center of the structure. That looks pretty good to me. And then we're gonna try to put this right around here, I think. And then we're gonna have to move these guns separately. Of course. Of course. We should also maybe tilt them. Maybe too much. Just two. Or not. It's gonna be hard to move. Better? Better or no? We need like a line under it or something. I don't know why. Just feels empty. Better, right? What's it missing? Move the guns further from the sign? Oh, I already tilted them, though. Bruh. Okay. We'll untilt them and then move. Also, I'm going to use snap distance so it's equal. 4 out. Like that. Revolvers? But the ride is just Revolver. We're gonna have to rename the ride too to Revolvers. We gotta think about these things, chat. We gotta think about these things. Adding the S doesn't make sense for the ride name, though. Chat. Chat, we've all got to be on the same page, okay? We can't keep doing this back and forth. S, no S. What if you added the? See, I thought about that too, M. Also, M, welcome to stream. Thanks for being here to moderate. Very cool of you. That's what I've been saying. Ooh, twin revolvers. Instead of the revolvers. Now we're thinking. Now we are thinking. Two revolvers. Twin revolvers. The revolvers. Twin gun? Top gun? Topless gun? Twin. I like twin revolvers. Dueling pistols. Toogii revolvers. Oh, and now we're just going for a complete name change to the shootout. Chat, come on. Come on, focus. The revolving revolvers. There it is. There it is. That's the one. What about just E? E revolvers. I'm kidding, we're not gonna do that. But I am gonna keep using this E as a spacing piece. Because I like it. And whoops. And duplicates. And we need a W. Good old W. Oh, I wanted that. And I, oop. Twe. Revolvers. I hope that's not a swear in another language. Sorry. Kind of sounds like it could be, you know? It's one of those words. We've got the eye, though. Let's keep dragging the... Why does the eye look weird? Is that how they all are? Toogii. Twin revolvers. Get that W to line up right on the L there. I think that looks equally spaced. And then we're just gonna drag it up a little bit. Something like that, right? And then we're gonna split from the building. Grab this one. Group. Should we lower it a little? Something like that. Can we finally move on from the sign, chat? Are we at a point to where we can move on, maybe? The Pew Pew. You know what? That's a better name. Let's just undo all this. Kidding. Kidding. Nice. Okay. Macerson has spoken. We're good. Have I thought about changing the name? I can't. I can't with you, chat. You're too much. That's unreal. Oh, we're gonna have to move them in pieces. They're really gonna have me move the guns in pieces too. What about this? Still doesn't work. Are we fast forwarding, or are the guests just actually moving? They're just really excited to ride that ride. Good for them. Twin revolvers, chat. It's done. It's finished. Does the train ride actually go anywhere? Not yet. We've only just made the station. What? Weenie Hut Jr. Must not have duplicated that one on accident. Whips. Got him. Okay, now it's done. For real this time. Did you change the actual ride name? I don't think I did. Oh yeah, I did. Twin revolvers. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to do the train station as well. Lone Star Station. Just because of the name. The building is based off of the Lone Star Steakhouse, which I've never been to. Didn't even know that that was a thing. Hey, Macerson just started playing Plan Code 2. I've got the Steam notifications. Don't you worry, Macerson. I see you. Must have inspired him. What did Brad say? And to think that the guests can't even read. True. Macerson said that low-key freaked me out for a sec. The Gain train. What is it, a pre-workout train? Lone Star Station has Goobring. See, I thought so too. We need a star, though. We need a estrellita, as they say. Definitely not a sun. That could work if it wasn't in a sign. That can get scaled, right? It's gotta be red. Scale. That might be perfect. That might be just about perfect. And then the text is it's kind of a circle. So it'd be lone and then star and then station straight across the bottom. That's what we're gonna try anyways. Hopefully it'll work out well for us. What if also, could we give this a black border? We did that, and then scale the red one down just a hair. We'll do 298. Maybe a little bit more than that. 290. Wait, did the black star not? What the heck? Guess not. Okay, so that should be 3 honey. We'll confirm that. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Gives a little bit more oomph, you know? I think I want the red to show more though, so I'm gonna push that back a tad. Slightly better. Slightly better. Macerson said, "Why I gotta buy DLCs all over again?" Yeah, they kind of stopped doing that. I think that was their first idea, was like, let's just take all the DLCs we did for Planet Coaster Run, remake them, and have people have to buy them all over again for the second game. Didn't go over so well with most all players. So they've stopped doing that, and instead they're giving us smaller updates with kind of small free stuff. Like the whole Western pack was all free. I think they're onto something now. I think they've got a better handle on it. Yeah, making everyone buy all the DLCs over again, not the best move. Okay, what we need now is a big old circle. Big old circle. Actually, maybe this would be better. I'm only going to use this to help line everything up. The text, I mean. Line the text up. Scalable. Is it big enough? I don't know. Maybe we should just wing it. Maybe we should just wing the text. Right? What do we need? An L first. I will take this L for now. Oh, that's not gonna work. I mean, it could. Hang on, I'm not giving up yet. What? No. No, I don't think I like that. I was gonna try to give that a little border as well. Maybe we should go with the larger font, and then station should be the skinny font. I suppose let's start with station, huh? Since that's going to be a little bit easier. Say right about there. How do you spell station? I'm really bad at spelling. Or maybe I'm just not confident. Maybe I'm fine at spelling, I just have no confidence in it. Station, right? Right? That don't look too bad. Okay, we're gonna split that. It's now its own separate entity. And we're gonna line it up on the Estrellita. We'll leave it there for now. So Lone Star Station is the goal. But I do think I want to use the chunkier text. All caps, or should we do lowercase? Capital L, capital S, the rest lowercase? I don't hate that. Okay, so the L is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. That might be too much. Let's try 3. And then the O, just 1, 2. The N, just 1. And then the E should be straight like that. Give me a sec, chat. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Literally, it's actually very hot in here. Okay, star needs to go down more. For sure. So let's try to lower this. Lower this. And lower this. Getting there, getting there. Might need to be spaced out a little bit further too. One's on this line. We need to get it down to this line somehow. A little further still, maybe. That's real close. Almost got it. That's pretty dang close, ain't it? And then we just move station up. What do you think, chat? We like it? Oh, Novelist said that, but all caps. I don't know if I can redo all of that. Oh, chat has thoughts. L needs to go up just a little bit. I mean, they're equal heights now, the L and the R. What if you change the font of Station to match Lone Star? Maybe. Maybe. I kind of like the different fonts. There might be a lone in that. Also, this A seems a little low. I like it. I like it. I think we stick with this. Also, the S is not center now. No, I'm gonna have to move both of them at the same time. Crazy. Pay no attention to this seam here. It's not actually aligned properly. Station might even have to go... Oh, no, that's okay. Maybe the T one notch? One notch up or down? Left or right? It's tricky because these are chunkier than these. Let me take the T to the left. I'm just trying to make like an arc out of letters. It's very hard. Oh, M said to the right. Yikes. Oh, rotate the T. I mean, I did it the same as all the others. Like, I used angle snap, you know what I'm saying? But I'll turn it off and just tilt it a little bit more. And while we're at it, the end needs the same thing. Just a little bit of fine tuning. Is that better? Maybe the A slightly now too. You know what? We're gonna be here all day. We're gonna, if it were all caps, we wouldn't be having this issue. Don't even start with me, Marilyn. I don't want to hear it. How dare you? The audacity. Oh, what? Okay, well, we're gonna split that from the building. And I'm gonna group these two. Hopefully. Nice. It's gonna work. Uh-oh. I don't have angle snap turned on still. What happened in here? Oh, guests are leaving. False alarm. Lone Star Station, ladies and gents. I give you Lone Star Station and twin revolvers. Kind of sick. Kind of looks cool. Yeah, we know it's incomplete. Thank you, though, for the friendly reminder. That's a heck of lot of a sign for $38. White letters look so goob. I'm glad you likey. Very glad you likey. Yes, I did rename the ride itself. And we even added twin revolvers on the ride as well. It's the only theming I'm going to be doing to this ride. We do need to make a proper queue, though. This disaster... It looks bad. It looks bad. Now can you set a smoke machine in each revolver barrel? You really want that, huh? Somebody else mentioned it earlier, too. A smoke? What do we got for a smoke? Okay. Okay. Maybe small. Let's go with small. I'll bury it, don't worry. That does look kind of sick. That does look kind of sick. Val said it's a little crooked. I'm gonna ignore that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. It looks great. And then let's do snap distance so they can all be the same. 1. Actually, 1 is fine. It does look cool. Good idea, chat. Good idea. I like it. The ride ones too. I think I have to stop the ride to do that. Oh, maybe not. Yo, but it's moving. Can we just pause? Add objects. A smoke. Don't want snap distance. Right. Meow. Okay, that seems to have worked. This can't be scaled, so it's a good thing that it fits in the barrel. And then now we turn on snap distance. We do this. And we do this. And then we hit play. Looks even cooler because these rotate. You know what I mean? Ten out of 10. Chat, I think you nailed it. It looks dang good. Ooh, and check this out. Is this person gonna use this other door? They're not. It appears as though they're gonna try to go down. No, not through the pillar. We're gonna pretend like we didn't see that. All right. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to close the ride, and all these people are gonna have to vacate the premises so we can do the stuff and the things or whatever. The heck? The cable just fell on my feet, and I thought there was a snake in my boot. Waited in line for 50 minutes only for the ride to be closed. Sorry, Masterson. Triggered fire flash, followed by smoke. Yeah, I'm not gonna take the time to do that. Good idea though. Great idea. Go on, Git. Maybe check out the gift shop on your way out. Fast forward a little. Okay, wow, they're really struggling to get through that opening. Actually, they're not clipping through the wall anywhere, right? Beautiful. Look at that. Just incredible. Okay. So, what we need to do, Chatteroo, is delete, like those, like the aliens from, what's that show called? Jimmy Neutron. Delete, you know what I'm talking about? You know. Don't even pretend like you don't know. You know. This looks bad. It's better. I'll take a hairline fracture rather than that flickering. Might be more than just a hairline. Let's turn down the mouse sensitivity again. Too far? That might be about as good as it gets. Hate to say it. The lid. Entrance is not connected. Right. We're working on that. Thank you, game. First, we need... God, and I wanted to put bathrooms in here too, dude. Where the heck do we put the bathrooms at now? We don't have any... We don't have any space for that. We could put them under. We could have a little... I don't know. This? I guess, yeah, but then we'd have to wall it off. So then the entrance to the bathroom is here. Or we could just get rid of the door out front and put two bathrooms side by side. The bathroom stalls are Western jail themed. I don't know. Yeah, we just put them in the dirt. Val with the €5 super sticker. Val, thank you so much. Didn't you already do a super today too? You just stay crushing it. I appreciate that very much, Val. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Sorry, Chad. I gotta lock in. I gotta focus. We need Zeus. And we're gonna do Zeus. Like so. And then that line up. It's fine. It's not perfect, but it's fine. We're gonna do another little stamp right over here. And this is just so we have to do it like this so that the path on the outside doesn't try to connect to the path that's here inside. If you catch my drift. There we go. All right. And then this one. Nope, that's staff. This one. Let's do it in brick first. That way we can see what we're doing. But I think this one can just come straight out. Nice and simple. Nothing too crazy. Does not want to work. Oh, you know what? It's just, yeah, it's gonna clip now, but when we end up changing this to an invis path, it'll look great. Maybe. Okay, that's gonna have to do. Elizabeth Sinclair with the $3.99 Australian. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Another GG super sticker. Also, first super on one of my streams. So thank you very much for doing that. Super cool of you. Very generous. Thank you, thank you. Outhouses. Possible, but they'd have to be scaled up a lot because of the size that the bathroom stalls are. Great idea, though. Great idea. Yeah, it'd be outhouse, but big. Outhouse, but absolutely enormous. Ooh, that doesn't work. I guess it doesn't have to go all the way to the end. I'm trying to think of the best way to configure this. Paths cannot cross, of course. Of course. Okay, I've got it. So we just need to bring out the tiniest straight path from here. Apparently that's as small as they get. Gotcha. And that would most likely overlap, so that's not going to work. But if we turn it immediately... Still needs to be straight too. See how it's kind of doing some weird turn thing there? And then we'll do... Oh. No, we won't. Turns out this is a lot harder than I expected. Maybe we should start down here. That way we can make sure that it's up alongside the edge of the path. And we'll do fixed length. There we go, that works. It might not utilize the entire area, but it will work. Yeah, snaking vertical, we'd only be able to fit, what? Not even, we couldn't even fit 3 in here, which is what we would need. Because it's got to come down, and then it'd have to cross back, and this isn't wide enough for, you know what I mean? You get it. You get it. Okay, we're close here. Take that as far as we can go. About to there. I think we're gonna have to use a small one for here. Crazy idea, but have you considered adding gutters? Stop. Stop it.
Do you know what happens to your body without fiber?
Thank you. I'll be here all week. We are chat. Hear our demands. I keep seeing that super sticker, Elizabeth super sticker in the corner of my eye. Dancing, doing whatever. Or no, it's just a thumbs up. Is this gonna work? Yes, it will. We're just gonna have to bury it, as per usual. Actually, this one should be buried too, huh? to line up with that other side. Something like that. And then... See, we just don't even have enough space to snake this one out and down. It's not wide enough. I mean, we could... How could we do that? Can we make it much smaller? Gosh, it's really squirrely. Could do that. And then this dot should get moved back, right? Isn't that how that works? Oh no, now it's gonna connect there. And now we could move it back. Okay, so we could do it that way. Or try. Paths cannot cross. Just gotta make sure I'm not deleting that outside path too. Bruh. Really, bruh? So what, we have to shorten it first? Is that what's going on here? Why? Oh, it's doing some weird angle turn there. That's why. I don't want that. How do we make it not do that? Oh. There we go. Still? Oops. This is horrible. Oh my. I'm having a bad time. Because, like, this whole thing needs to be turned, but there's not really an easy way to just turn it. Or shorten it. Now that's just one big glob. Holy cow, man. What about the classic path? No, that's not gonna work either. Why? Can't we do that? Should we start from this end again? That's even worse. Okay, here's an idea. Hang on. We'll start from here. That way we can guarantee that we can... There's not even a path there. What do you mean? Is there a path there? No, there's nothing there. Get rid of priority pass and end all of our struggles. Maybe that's the better option. I mean, hardly anyone has prio. Is it not in here? Prio, there it is. Denied. How do I get rid of it, though? So, like... There should be a way to just... So... Are we stuck with it? I think we're stuck with it, chat. Yeah, it won't even let me move it now, and I can't delete it. So... yeah, this is cool. This is cool. You know what we're gonna do, chat? We're just gonna do what we did before. That's what we're gonna do. It's just gonna go like this. And that's it. There it is. Guess that'll have to do. Okay, now that we finally have that done, that was not a fun time for me or you, I'm sure. All we need to do, whoops, is change our path. And this one, I don't want to be that. Let's do wood. Okay. Easy. Super easy. Honestly, not even a problem at all. Look at how fast we completed that too. Like it was nothing. Alright, she's back open. Are we playing? We are playing. We're just gonna have to wait for people to start making their way inside again. Dude. I'm loving this, though. Let me make sure that we still have a complete path over here, too. Looks like we do. Beautiful. Okay, let's start figuring out these bathrooms, yeah? The outhouse is a fantastic idea, but if you know anything about Planet Coaster 2, you'll know that the size of our bathroom is pretty much set in stone. I mean, we can't shrink this. You can't scale it up, can't scale it down. It is just this big. So we could make a really big outhouse, right? That's a possibility with that little crescent moon thing on the door. But I think it would look weird. It would throw the scale of everything else off. So what we're gonna do instead is just put some bathrooms in this little spot right here, and everything's gonna be great. And it's gonna work beautifully. Maybe. I guess first thing is we're gonna have to get rid of these paths. Unfortunately, not all of them. This one's just gonna have to get moved. So from here, we're gonna take it up as far as we can take it without it connecting to the other path like you just saw there. That works. And then, is there a window on this other side? No. It is weird that there's a window going into the bathrooms. Maybe we'll imagine that there are stalls, so no one's gonna get creeped on as they're just trying to do their business here. There we go. Could probably remove the interior windows too. I'm sorry, what? The park entrance is not accessible, huh? From the exit? Yes, it is. It most certainly is. What are you on about, Reh? This goes all the way over, up and around. This is all connected, or at least it should be. It's all connected. Maybe we don't need this corner one. We can just get rid of that. But this is all connected. 100%. I'm certain of it. Not in the front. Not in the front, it ain't. See, this is why I did a lot of the path off camera. Because it kind of sucks. Hate to say that. It's just not a fast process doing this. Okay, there we go. That looks slightly better. I don't know why the center section here didn't also move. Just bring that one in manually. Okay, that seems all right. It's connected to the other paths. So let's go to customize, invis, bada bing, bada boom. Now it's gonna work. You know what? We should probably place the bathrooms separately too, so they're not connected to that same building. Because it's gonna snap to certain paths and get all weird on us. So we'll just do two out here side by side. That's gonna technically be considered one building, right? Is it not? Oh, looks like it is. Okay, it still might ruin our path. Again, we don't have any path here, so that should be fine. And over here, I think it's far enough away from this wall to where it won't connect. Otherwise, we're going to have guests, like, clipping through this corner here or this corner here, which would not be great. And it should definitely be far enough away from this one. We're going to find out. Ooh. It sunk the rest of our path, though. Maybe we need to bring it up a little bit. To, like, here. Still kind of sunk. Why are you doing that? Or maybe it just got rid of it. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. Let's check paths. That's good. That's still 1 unit. That's still 1 unit. All right. I think we're okay. Path in here. All still just connected. All right, cool. Woo! Yeah, you can use the path stamper. That is true. That do be true. I think you might have just seen me use it up here in the front, even. Kind of like leaving that open. Maybe. I don't know. Could be weird. Should we do arched openings, chat? Or should we do square ones? I'll show you both. I'll give you 2 examples. Didn't really think about that. If we did an arched opening, yeah, it almost has to come down even more. What do you reckon? Arch, I think, gets weird, especially interacting with this round column that we have there. Another pillar in between them? Maybe? Really, we prefer the arch. I don't know that there's a way to fix the gap. Oh, you mean up top? We'll just fill that in. Okay, arch it is. It's gonna have to be a bit lower though. Is that cool to kind of cover this? I mean, compared to guest height, it's fine. I could just move the pillars out to fix that, I think. Still kind of weird. It almost needs to be here instead. that. Hello. There it is. Are we good with that, chat? You still want that pillar in the middle? Thank you, Ayana. Hopefully I'm not butchering that for the midstream sub. Welcome aboard. We're happy to have you. Look at those people really needed the bathroom. Oh, that's fast. In and out just like that, huh? Not gonna question it. Column in the middle, yay or nay? Trash can in the middle, that's a better idea. What, you thought it was just gonna stay there? Out in the open like that? Weird, man. There we go. I like it. Signage? Should we do bathroom signage? Should it say bathroom or restroom? That's a serious question. Do we even have any bathroom signage? Okay, that's restaurant. Bath. Potty. What's another name for rest area? Water closet. Let's try WC. Water. Wow, they really don't make it easy to find that, do they? Man. Woman. Am I crazy? Toilet. There it is. Oh, this is cool. If it were a resort. Some pirate themed stuff. Fairy tale even. Not seeing anything super western. We could just put one of these up there and call it a day. Or that goes in the ground. Is this both? It's both. We could just put one of these up here. Yeah? Create a custom sign with a cowboy and cowgirl. How, brother? How? Fantastic idea. How? There are no Western hats, right? No. Yeah, we decided there are no Western hats, just the farmer one. I'm gonna go with this. I think it's gonna be fine. There it is. Is that too low? Is that too low, chat, or is that fine? Oh, dude, we don't even have any lights in here. Gotta fix that. Hey, this looks better, but there's a lot of people in line. A lot of people. Carl said too low. All right. Go up to there. I dig it. Part of me feels like we maybe should have extended this out to here. No turning back now, right? Look, there's one person in Prio. I simply cannot get rid of the Prio entrance. I don't know if you maybe just missed that. It cannot be deleted. Once it's in there, I'm pretty sure I have to delete the entire ride, which I definitely do not want to do. Changing this to disabled does nothing. It still stays. You can't pick it up and delete it. It's a clear path. Can't you just make it longer? This path would have to get removed. You can't just place a queue over existing path. Chat, where you been at, brah? Where you been at? We've been over all this. I feel like I'm just talking into the void. Also sweating profusely. My shirt's sticking to my back. Yeah, I want to get rid of Prio. I do. Especially because there's only one person standing in line for it. But, like, I don't think we can. Not without deleting the entire ride. And I'm definitely not doing that whole thing all over again. Should we just move on to lights? I think we'll just move on to lights. Holy. That was wild. Oh, was it on looping? Good. We're gonna do pretty much the same thing we did on the other buildings, where we're adding a light source behind the windows so it appears as though light is actually coming in through them. Even though it's not, right? It's an illusion. It's a party trick. Oh yeah, we don't have one over here. That looks better though. I don't even have my torch on. Oh, yes, I do. What? Are these actually working? Yeah, there's lights in there. Oh, yeah, I see the reflection off the ceiling now. I think the lighting is kind of having a hard time figuring out if this is an indoor or an outdoor space, just because we have this gaping hole in the ceiling there. It's fine. It's fine. Ah, the wanted poster. Of course. Did I duplicate this, or am I just moving one? I did duplicate. Okay. Chat, this heat is putting me in a bummer mood. I'm gonna be real with you. That's why we started early, though. It's only 1:20 p.m. We've been going for about 3 hours. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. We're not done yet, though. I'm gonna stick it out for a little while longer. Meanwhile, there are people elsewhere who have never experienced what air conditioning is like, and here I am complaining. Perspective. Okay, I like it. There's no torch, and we do have light in here now. I should also change the time of day to, like... Actually, let's go nighttime. Let's see what this place is looking like at night. Are the lights blue? No, it should be white light. Interesting. Very interesting. I think I'm gonna change this too. There we go. Yeah, I feel better about that. Okay, light is back off. We've got good illumination on the Lone Star Station thing, even though I wasn't even trying to. I wonder if we could put a spotlight here, looking over at it. Something like that, and then we'll just put it down. Right, pretty good. Pretty good. We should get some exterior, like, lanterns, don't you think, on some of these posts? Maybe not every post, but some. Did you try what Marilyn said about Prio? Disable and then delete. Yes. Yes, I did. Cannot be done, unfortunately. Gonna have to delete the entire ride and restart, which I'm not about to do. Will these be the only bathrooms in the western area? Fair question. Probably not. But they are the first official bathrooms in the zone. Yeah, this looks really good. The illumination here is solid too. I don't think we need any lights on the back. Should be fine there. And this is only illuminated, believe it or not, because of the lights we have in the windows. That's so dang cool, dude. Bathrooms in a mine entrance would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Did y'all just throw up right there? You better not. Oh, right. You know what? I'm gonna place that, split it, and then we're gonna remake it. On account of it don't really line up very well. And then when you try to move it, the axis is just ever so slightly off. I think it had something to do with this. God, if I could select it. Hello? What's happening? Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna put this on a known flat surface. And then we're gonna select it again. Split it from the building. That don't look too bad. Might be a little too high. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this guy. Put it on a known flat surface first. Select it again. Split from building. And hopefully now when we group these things, we'll actually be able to move them as one solid unit without it getting all wonky on us. It's a good word, wonky. Looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, now we're gonna select the both of them, group them, and it's still off ever so slightly. Incredible, even though I took the time to straighten them both out. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna have to move them one by one. Wait, where do we even want lanterns? We should do lanterns at the entrance, for sure. One on either side. Macerson's peacing out. Sounds good, brother. Thanks for joining today. Glad you could make it. Sorry, I've been so grumpy here towards the tail end of things. I'm just hot, guys. I'm just hot. you can't see the sweat on my lip. I thought you could. Psych. All right, and then these two posts, for sure. Is that too tall? It seems about the same as the other buildings. Can you invest in a fan? I mean, I already have AC blowing on me. It doesn't really seem to help. The problem is the outside temperature is very high. And then on top of that, my PC's doing a lot of work. So I'm producing heat in the office. Heat is coming in from outside the office. And it's rough. What would be really good is if I got just a better air conditioner. Something that's made for spaces a lot larger than this. I have like the bare minimum for the size of the room. I don't know, maybe that wouldn't even help. But only these in these summer months. It's the only time it's bad. All other months, totally fine. Oh, that went down somehow. Strange. Went down again. Is it just... I think it's the lantern. When I'm like trying to drag and duplicate that around. I think it's just slightly off, you know? Enough to kind of mess things up a little bit. Okay, so over here, 1, 2, 3, 4 would probably look good. Kathy said, hey, y'all, sorry I'm late. Kids camp started today. All good. All good, all good. Am I in Canada? Yes? That was a lie. I'm not in Canada. Actually, never been. Been very close. Never actually stepped foot in Canada, though. I've been about as far north as you can go before you have to, you know, go through checkpoints and stuff. Do I sound Canadian? Do some things that I say sound Canadian? If you go, don't forget your passport. That's very true. Yeah, they will not let you over. I should see. How warm is it? It is currently only 88. It's really not that hot outside. Well, 88's hot, but like compared to how it has been recently, and in the office, it is currently temperature set to 69. The air conditioning thermostat claims that interior temperature is the same as outside. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, feels like it. It does feel like it. Sorry, chat. I'm going to stop complaining. Again, like I said, there's people that have never even experienced air conditioning, and I'm here in AC still complaining, so should probably stop. Okay. That looks good. Let's turn off this light so we can really see overall illumination. Not terrible. Definitely not terrible. We need some more over here. Ah, lighting. This might be crazy, but maybe it'll let me copy them all over if I select every single one. Oop. And oop. Are we still good? Nothing else selected? We're good. Okay. Copy. Oh, it's relatively straight. Nice. Try to save a little bit of time here, doing it this way. That is touching that post. It's not touching that post. Even further away from that one. And it's close here. Good enough. Oh, actually not good enough. Yikes. This one's very off. And so's this one. I'm thinking on the back side, we should have the lanterns here on the inside, not on the outside. Right? Oops. Blake said Iowa weather. Yeah, we experience every single season to the extreme. I guess that's just what happens when you're completely landlocked like we are. Wow, that worked out really well. My AC is in the shade. There's no sunlight gets into the office. I have the windows heavily barricaded. My neighbors think I'm a vampire. Probably because I told them I was a vampire. These went up. The other ones were going down. No one's ever even gonna look close enough to see if the lanterns are properly, you know, touching the hook here. But we'll know. We will know. That's nice. That is nice. Big fan of that. What a beautiful building. It's taken us, chat. I mean, the attention to detail. I know you guys have said this before, but the attention to detail is insane. It's taken us nearly 2 4-hour streams, because last one was cut up into 2 sections, both roughly 2 hours long. But it's taken us 2 4-hour streams just to have a completed vision. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some barrels with some plants or flowers in between them. In between the posts on the back platform. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Pringles guy said, and you built a not planned ride. Most of the streams aren't planned, to be fair, but I see what you're saying. Very impromptu. It definitely wasn't a part of the vision, but now that it's here, I really like it. Why are you guys still... Because the ride operator left, and now you're just holding in your pee. That sucks. Maybe we should get another ride operator? I don't know, just a thought. Does this help?
Uh-huh.
There's work right here. Are they, like, about to come back or something? Oh, yeah, it says heading to Twin Revolvers. Okay, hey, guy, I know we just hired you. You're already fired. Sorry. My bad. Didn't realize that the employee was already headed this direction. Where are they? Because the closest staff resting facility should be our little deal back here. They are not inside. Oh, here they are. Where did you go? This is so much further. Where is the closest staff resting facility? Like, back here, right? That's gotta be where they were. That's a heck of a journey. Am I crazy? Is from here to here not way further than from here to here? No security posts. Thank you, Marilyn. That was another thing we were going to add today. See, we got distracted with the whole ride thing. Also, the ride is closed now. So, should we try to get rid of the prio again? Just for those of you that missed it, I will do exactly the same thing that I did previously. By definition of insanity, I'm expecting a different result. I don't think it's going to happen. So, it's closed. We're going to disable the prio. We're going to click on this and delete. Does not work. Backspace does not work. Right click just places it back to where it just came from. Could we hide it in a wall? No, can't do that. Could we put it up here? Now can we delete it? That's going to delete the whole ride. This is what I don't understand. Why would they not give us an option to remove something like this? End. Page down. No, that's not going to do it. Q. E, that's rotate. R. T. Also not going to do it. Why? Nothing. Nothing. Just leave it next to the exit. Hardly anyone uses it anyways. I can't do that. I simply can't do that. But there you go. Are you seriously leaving? There's work here. Do I need to reassign you? Wilford Sellers is now... Okay. Okay. Let's just plop you down over here. There's probably more work for you in that zone anyways. We're gonna wait for Wilford. And I guess he's gonna tend to this ride. All of a sudden. Yeah, bummer. Real bummer about that. Frontier, if you end up seeing this, which you won't, please fix. Seems weird to not be able to delete a entrance. It does seem weird. Is it on the last tab? No, I checked that out too. You can move it, but you can't get rid of it. Once it's in, it's locked in. Somebody sounds upset. All right, what were we gonna do? Ah, right, yeah. Security. Security. This one? That's just gonna hire somebody. Where are the security outpost things? Here we go. Security post. Right there. Perfect. This is our first ON wanted posters, right? Thank you. This is our first official security guard in the entire park. We have no other security elsewhere. We could change the outfit, but I think it's all right. Cameras? Yeah, her radius here is pretty big. I don't think we need any cameras, to be honest. But that doesn't mean we can't put cameras elsewhere. She's probably not on this building, since she's going to be stationed here all the time. And what was the other thing? Wanted posters. Uncle T said, FYI, found a thread on Steam where others have had the same frustration, can't delete a prio entrance for flat rides. So it's not just me. Us. That's good. That is good. At least we're not alone.
Yay!
Okay, that's weird. Where should I put the wanted poster? We've got a lot of windows in here. Should I just put it here? Something like that. Oh. Something like that, maybe? I'm gonna move it over there a little differently. Do we like that, though? Well, maybe on the post. I didn't even think to put it on a post. Well, we got this one that's open. The other ones have lanterns on them. Like that? Is that what you had in mind? Oh, the one inside. I see. Like this. Yeah, that's probably a better spot. Hey, first yawn today. That's not too bad. Like that. Maybe turn it a little. Like that. Yeah, that's cool. Y'all, the bathroom is right there. You're gonna be all right. We good with that? True. Train times. Train times, yeah. We'll probably want more stations before that. So we could like accurately put station 1 time or whatever. Station 2, station 3, etc. Etc., I mean. The before and after is gonna look so good, like it's House Flipper or something. It really would though, because there's nothing here originally, and now there is something here, so yeah. Or you mean from when we started today versus Rat Meow. Yeah, I'm in agreement though. I think some flour barrels could be cool. Do we have any pre-made ones that aren't gonna take a considerable amount of time to create? Please. Low-key dying right now. Barrel. It's got a skull and crossbones on it. It's the only thing. That's a trash can. I think we would have to make our own. Just turn the skull away. Like that. How did she do that? How the heck did she just do that? You guys saw that, right? She just Danny Phantomed her way into line. I don't think that should happen. I mean, there's no connection here between these two paths. Look at this. We'll go to the delete brush. That's the outside path. This is the inside path. How did she just split the gap there, or jump the gap? That's some BS, man. The amount of time I spent just trying to get them to be two separate paths, and then something like that happens. Weird. Ooh, yeah, if we could put one on the station platform out here, that might look kind of good. Okay, is that... That might be Yawn 3. We'll do another one here. Is that good? Have we satisfied all the plant people for today? All the old gift shop stuff, right. All the stuff that I have since deleted. Yep. That would have been a better use of those, for sure. Just as, like, extra decor in larger facilities like this one. But I kind of deleted it, and I feel like it's going to be too much work to recreate. That might be an off-camera thing, maybe. Could be an off-camera thing. Melosaurus says that she thinks that she was the only plant person, and she's now satisfied. Good. Cool. Plants is how the live stream started. Good times. Why does that read so well in an old-timey little accent? All right, chat. I'm cooked. I'm cooked for today, but we made some excellent progress. Some of you are probably thinking, Toogii, you just finished one building. You did more last time, which could be true, but we did more detail work today. Stuff that's very tedious. End result, though, man. You just can't beat it. Well, you could, but that would be weird. That's the catchphrase. Is it train time now? Nah, dude, like I said, I'm cooked. My voice just cracked. That's how you know. So, chat, on that note, it is where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing, absolutely beating the devil out of that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.